Hello, 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 everyone. Oh my God, don't mind me. I'm just so excited today. I don't know why. Like I'm the only one in the house, and I'm just laughing unnecessarily. I don't know. So, my name is Ola Kwelumi. Afternoon, good evening, depending on the time of the day you are watching this video. Thank you so much for stopping by and listening to me. A big thank you to my returning subscribers and welcome to my new subscribers. If this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the like button as well. So today I'm going to be talking about something quite interesting, I hope. It's about 5 things, I don't know, 4 or 5 things that you should know about sex as a young wife or as a bride to be. So, by the way, this month is my anniversary month, and I'll be talking a lot about marriage and sex related issues this month. Chun, 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 chun. And also, this month, I'll be announcing my course, my Understanding Sex course. It's a course that I run for young wives and brides to be. So, if you consider yourself a young wife or a bride to be, or if you consider yourself a young wife, or if you're a bride to be, because being a young wife is relative. For example, my marriage is 6 years this month, and I still consider myself a young wife, right? So it depends. It might be 3 years in marriage and you don't consider yourself a young wife. So that's why I said if you consider yourself a young wife, and it might be 15 years in marriage, and you still consider yourself a young wife. But I think being a young wife ranges between 0 to 10 years of marriage. Yeah, if I want to make it fixed. Yeah, so in short and in essence, this course is for young wives and it's for brides to be as well. So if you are getting married within 2 months from now, that is between now and December, January, then this course is for you. Not to worry if you are getting married later in the year. This course will run several times during the year, so there's no problem at all. And what else? It's free. I'm going to drop the registration link in the description box so that you can have a look and also register if you wish to. So today I want to talk about 5 things you should know about sex as a young wife or as a bride to be. 4 or 5 things, I'm not sure. So the first thing is that to have great sex, you should be friends outside the bedroom. In order to have great sex, it's good that you are friends with your spouse outside the bedroom. So it's when you're friends with your spouse, it helps you to enjoy sex more. You're able to talk about sex. You're just able to navigate it to get together better. Sex requires a whole lot of vulnerability. Sex is messy, and it's just easier when you are doing it with your friend. It's just somehow if you are having it with someone that you are not friends with, there's just that lack of freedom, lack of expression that you have. And so to have great sex, it's good to cultivate friendship with your spouse outside the bedroom. So if you have a great relationship outside bedroom, you are friends with one another, it's going to transcend into your sexual relationship. It's going to have a very great effect on your sexual relationship. And so that's why it's good for you to be intentional about cultivating friendship with your spouse, because this will cut across, in fact, much more than sex. It will cut across every issue. It cuts across the way you communicate with one another. It cuts across so many things. And so it cuts across you having a great sexual relationship as well. So having a great sexual relationship starts with being friends with your spouse outside the bedroom. I hope you got that point. Then my next point is that it will get better with time, especially if you're having sex for the first time. Having sex for the first time, it in fact might be your worst sex. I tell you, you might have the feeling that, okay, is this actually like, okay, why is sex hyped? Why do people now hype it so much? Why all the gym attached to it? In fact, for the first period of time, you might experience a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort and all of that, but the truth is that it will get better with time. It will not remain that way. So that's the number two thing that I want you to know, that it's going to get better with time. So don't be discouraged. Don't feel like because of what you're experiencing in your first time of having sex, in your first month of having sex, don't feel discouraged and feel like, okay, what is all this about? What is the hype about? Know that it's just for now, and everything will get better with time. Over time, the pain would vanish. Over time, the discomfort will vanish, and over time, you get to know yourself more. You get to know your spouse more. Your spouse will get to know you more as well. You get to know your spouse more as well, and it's going to get better with time. It's going to get really better with time. So the next thing I want to say is that it takes time for you to get excited. It takes time for a woman to get excited. And let me also say that the number one sex organ for a woman is her mind. I once read a book that made this illustration that is really very interesting to me, that a woman's mind is like this, like books are piled on top of one another, so such that if you have, let's say you have children, yeah, then you have what else? You have kitchen, yeah, you have your education, yeah, you have so many things, your career piled up, and then you have sex underneath. Before you think about sex, every of these books have to go down before you get to sex. So it takes time for you to get excited. So that means your mind is really very important. So if sex is underneath in your mind and you have all of these things piled up, it takes a lot of time. Everything has to go down first before you can then be excited for sex. Unlike a man, in which the arrangement is like this, such that anything you want to address at any particular point in time, you just take it. If it's sex, you remove it. Nothing is affecting anything, If it's your career, just pick it and you return it. So what does this imply? It implies that it takes time for a woman to get excited, and your mind is your number one organ, and that means you should have a proper mindset towards sex. So know that sex is beautiful, and if you don't have a correct mindset towards sex, it's going to affect the way you enjoy it. So have a proper mindset, and also prioritize it. And when it's time to have sex, try to put everything aside and focus on your attention on sex at that particular time. And also for the man as well, if there's any man watching this, understand the way the mind of a woman is, and so know that you should help her to unburden, remove everything that is lying on top of that matter if you really want to enjoy your time with her. So long and short is that it takes time for a woman to get excited, and so you should just know this. And the other thing that I want to talk about is that in everything, get knowledge. One of the secrets to get sex in marriage is having knowledge. Knowledge is very, very important. You need knowledge. So of course you need knowledge for everything in life. So don't just run into marriage without having a proper knowledge about sex. And this is both for the man and for the woman, because it takes two to tango. I'm not sure if I mentioned that part of my course would also involve some sessions with the man, with the husband or the friends. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but yeah. So knowledge is very important, and that's one of the importance of my course, where you can get knowledge. And I talk about so many things, and there have been several testimonies about how this course has been a blessing to people. So in all your gettings, get knowledge. Knowledge is really very important. I hope that you were blessed by this video, if so, or even if not so. So please subscribe to my channel, and if you don't mind, also like my video. All right, thank you for listening. Bye.